Hi, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you've joined me today. I'm Kelly Pitts, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Lubbock, Texas, and I'm thrilled to have you watching, whether you're watching live on YouTube or live on Facebook or you're watching a replay. I love to have, I love to be able to share my work and my creations with everybody, so I'm happy you're here. If you will uh, let me know in the comments. Sorry, went blank for a minute there. Let me know in the comments who you are and where you're watching from and all that. Would love to know you as closely as I can through the camera. And I'd love for you to share. This is just a rough here. I don't have a finished card. I'm making the finished cards. This is the Wildflower birthday suite from Stampin' Up! And we've already done cards 1 through 10. And today we're going to work on cards 11 through 20. And I don't have a finished sample of any of them. That's what we're doing here on the video. So I can do my second half of the Stamp a Stack in person very soon. So thank you for tuning in. And we will switch the camera over. I don't see any comments or questions or anything yet. So we'll switch this over. Let me get my notifications turned off on my watch there. And we're all good to go. Here we'll switcheroo it. This goes here. Now, sorry about the lighting. I was a minute or two late trying to figure out what the deal was with the lighting. But this is all part of the Wildflower birthday suite. Like I said, we'll be using the birthday celebration bundle. And then these die cuts are all from the DSP pack that has a sheet of these, and then we've got all these gorgeous papers. We've got several different ones that all have the pool party, blueberry bushel, soft sea foam, old olive, pretty and pink, and gold, also peach pie in there. So we've got a lot of different colors and papers, and today we're choosing this one, although it's very difficult to cover up the gold on the other side, but we're going to because this is such a cute piece of gingham. We will decide what we're doing here. I'm going to go ahead and leave that kind of positioned where I want it, and we're going to stamp happy birthday. This is from we've got the birthday from the Everyday Greetings set, I believe and that's in the annual catalog. And we're going to try that in blueberry bushel for the birthday. And then I may make all the other, I'm going to use the different ink colors on the rest. I'm just going to center this over here toward the right. And we'll use the happy and 3 of the other colors. I don't know if I'm missing a color. Let's see. Oh, I am missing peach pie. Let's see. There we go. Okay, let's do a peach pie and a pool party and a pretty in pink on the happy. And we're just hoping we can make this work here because we don't have any extra paper sets. So we're going to just have a little fun here. We'll go happy and clean that real quick. And then I'll go with my next color. Let's use the pool party in the middle. See if we can get this a little straighter for y'all. Happy, happy. And a pretty and pink happy. We're just going to make a little trail. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Isn't that fun? The way we mix fonts. Who would have thought? Everything always had to match for a while there. And then now we're where we can kind of mix and match the block kind of sans serif fonts with the serif fonts. Okay, I think we've got that. I don't know what we're doing on the inside yet. I guess we could go ahead and do it while we've got stamps. Let's see. Do we want a little Make-A-Wish? I think we've got birthday on the front. Let's do, I'll come back to that. We'll do Make-A-Wish on the inside. And I could use a little banner, the little pennant banner. We'll come back and do that. We're going to switch over and work on the front here. My wonderful assistant Jan is here again today, so that is going to help matters a lot. Okay, we're going to glue the little pretty in pink strip on the top and the bottom of the little gingham piece. And let's see my sizes on that. Is that this one? My base piece is thick white. Sorry, I forgot to say that earlier. It's thick white, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. If anybody has any comments, be sure and put them on. I'm trying to watch for those too. The DSP is 2 5/8 by 5.5. And then we've got 2 pieces of the 3/4 by 5.5 pretty in pink. And then in order to die cut these 3 pieces, I used a piece of white that was 5.5 by 2.5, and I got them all 3 die cut out of that one piece of white. Had somebody else using my glue at class yesterday, and it's got a little different feel to it today. Okay. Was that just yesterday? No, that wasn't yesterday. That was Monday. Monday night class. But I hadn't picked anything up, of course, until today because I worked all day yesterday and Tuesday and Wednesday. I get to work at the Mesa Verde RV Park in Wolforth. If y'all are ever in the hood, drop by and see me on Tuesday, Wednesday. Y'all in the Lubbock area, come by and say hi. Okay, we're going to have that little piece there. And you could, if you wanted to emboss some texture on those, that would be great. I'm going to put that one at the top. That one's, let me see if I can even that up. I really need to be checking this, auditioning my piece before I do this, but hopefully the glue won't be dried before I can get it over there. No, we're going to be good to go. Whoops, we lost our top piece. Glued on the inside there. Now, come on, glue. May have to refill my glue here before my next video. All right, let's see if we can get that. I wanted to leave a little white space at the top. Not much, but a little bit on the top. I think that's going to work great. I think we'll just glue this flat, and then we're going to pop up the little white banners, and those are from the Nested Essentials dies, the rounded corner rectangles. And then we're using the dies, of course, from the Wildflower birthday DSP pack, which is gorgeous. And I'm showing you 20 cards you can make from half a pack. So if you have any questions about ordering product or what's available or any of that, y'all be sure and let me know. I've got my host code on the bottom left there. If you're interested in ordering some product, I would love for you to use my host code on that. Okay, we're going to decide whether we're going to use some gold thread, and I'm just going to go ahead and let it show on the inside. I'm going to see how this works behind our little cupcakes, see if we need this. We might want to do 2 or 3 wraps. Let's just see if we like this idea. See if I left myself enough of a tail to tie a bow really quickly. And if we like this idea, we may just rearrange my ribbon there. But I just want to see if we kind of like this idea. I think the bow would be over here. And kind of spread this out a little. If we fixed our tail and made them both coming down, made our cute little bow. See if we can get that in between a couple of those cupcakes, or if we want it on the end. Let's see how we like this. I'm thinking probably not enough of it shows to matter. Then we'll pop these up. Or do we just want it without the gold? Which is what I was originally planning. But you just never know. You got to try it, right? See how you're going to like it. Okay. Do we want just these popped up? And we could maybe put a little bow on one of those if we want. And we're going to have some little sparkle gems. We can have little party dots, or we can have gold gems. We can also put, before I actually glue anything down, let's see if we like this right above the birthday stuff. Let's tie one down here. See what we think of that. Those of you watching, be sure and leave a comment and say, yes, bow, no bow. I like the gold, leave it off. We also have some pretty and pink ribbon in there that we could try if we think gold is too much here. And my husband's birthday was yesterday, so I didn't get to play as much to give myself more ideas today. You've got 2 comments. Let's see what the comments say. Okay, Jan is all about the party dots and no to the gold thread. Okay. Well, I'm glad to have an opinion. Anybody else out there want to outvote Jan on the gold thread? Don't need it? Okay, Jan says no. Nobody else spoke up, so she wins. All right, we will just get out our party dots. And I'll go ahead and pop these up. Do we want a little bit of blending right behind the cupcakes? I think that might be kind of neat if we used our blending brushes. And we could do a little bit different kind of halo around each one. If we get the pink one. Let's see, would we want it to match the tops of the cupcakes, the icing, or the wrapper? Let's try a light pink, light blue, and the light peachy color. See if we have one of those. Guess that will work. Is that one or that one? I don't know what that. I don't know. We're gonna play. I don't want that showing when we come back up. Okay, let's do a little bit of this. We're gonna try some peach pie. Can I have a scrap piece of paper there, Jan? Please, ma'am. And then just try to tuck that back in because it'll show later. Okay. Do we want it coordinating? Well, we can just, I'll tell you what we'll do. We don't know, so we're gonna just go in the middle of one of these with peach. And then we'll do one. We'll decide if we want the peach on the peach. Or if we're going to mix them up. But we'll do one in Pretty in Pink, one in Peach Pie, and one in Pool Party. Just to kind of give it a little something something besides just white. We'll see what we think on that. Oops. Okay. Let's go Pool Party. I think it may have to be re-inked before we do much more with it. Now, we're set with those. And now we'll do the pennants on the inside and all that when we get through. We'll do Make-A-Wish and pennants. Okay, let's see. Do we want kind of a contrasting color like this would be? Or do we want pink? Pink this blue. Seems like you're going to get either the color or the the color of the cupcake icing or the color of the cupcake wrapper. One or the other. We can do them at an angle. We can do them all straight across. Pop them up. You can do these centered. Let's see if we can get some opinions here. Or do you want them all a little like this? Happy, happy. Like your happy birthdays are. Do y'all want them like that? Or do we want them straight? We've got that. I'm sorry, I have it on Do Not Disturb and it still came through. So hopefully y'all are still there. Okay, we're just gonna, my original idea was to have these straight. So I think we're just gonna stick with that. And then put some little dots on there. Unless we do the cupcakes. I definitely want the white straight, I think. So we'll get those on with some dimensionals. And anybody else out there wanting to make a comment? Would love for y'all to chit chat. Do y'all have this Wildflower birthday suite? Have you used it? I love this bundle. This has been really fun to play with some simple cards. Well, they start off really simple, and then I kind of add just a little bit to them, don't I, Jan? Yeah. She's over here going, Kelly, I'm sure for class, we don't need all that. But this is quick and easy. One little alteration with the blending. Let's see how we're doing here. That looks pretty close. Now we've got the pink one. That was Lisa calling. Jan, you may.
I did.
Oh, you told her. Thank you.
She said, no worries, carry on.
Carry on. I think maybe these should be kind of up, down. instead of straight. What do you think, Jan?
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, that's cute.
Kind of angled a bit.
Yeah.
We'll have them kind of haphazardly tilted. And that'll be fun. These are so fun to play with, all these little die cuts. I can't believe how many different little die cut things that you get in the set of designer series paper. From tags, all you have to do on the little tags and background cards is just cut them out. You just make sure you're careful when you're cutting that page that you cut all the straight lines first and then add the little, oops, I don't want that all the same. Let's do that one a little straighter. I'm just kind of barely touching them down so that we're able to move them if we need to. All right. Now, do we want some gold dots? Do we want some party dots? Do we want a mix? Let's take a few and see. I still think we need something here. Maybe we're going to put dots down here and up here. We'll just see about that. Well, do we want to, maybe we want little up there and big down here. Let's see. Whoa, that one flew. We're just going to experiment for right now at this very moment. Hope y'all are having a fun day. Does everybody have their stash of birthday cards already done for the year? That's why we're trying to help. We had a lot of our Create with Kelly crew said, I need birthday cards. So we're trying to get them a stash of them. Don't want them all at the same spot, but we'll see if we like this. We can always move it. See what we think here. We're going to need a pool party. What do y'all think? Too spread out? We want them in clumps. We want more. We want less. We want different sizes down here. Maybe go with a smaller one there. Y'all happy with that? Do we need gold mixed in there or not? We have the little gold on there. Y'all aren't making many comments.
I still say no to gold.
All righty. We're off the gold train. We're going with the inside here. And we're going to use our typical Make-A-Wish from the birthday celebration set. And we'll do that in Blueberry Bushel because I like the darker sentiments. I think they show up more. And so far, I've liked it better when we do the pennants kind of coming from the corners. So we're going to do that in the center. I don't usually, but we are on this. Pink. Ah, and I got pink up here. Oh. Well, it's just going to have to be festive. We may have to stamp another pink banner up there. Or a different color. Let's see. I didn't bring my wet wipes in here. I took them for class. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to dip that in there. Okay. We'll see what we do there. We may just leave that. And I got to get this one clean. Excuse me. Thank you, ma'am. Alrighty. Now we've got our pink on one side. We're going to do our, do you want to do a peach or a blue on the other? We could do either one, peach pie or pool party. I think we're going to do peach pie. In the other corner. Well, Kelly, I don't know what I'm doing today. These blocks are just kind of big. I guess I'm getting the corner of the big block. I need to start watching that. All right. Sorry, I got right in y'all's way there. Okay, we're going to, since we've got a few splatters there, let me see if I can make the blue. I'm going to see if I can crisscross those in blue in the pool party.
With a smaller block.
That'll work. I'll watch it. Just do what I say and not what I do, and be sure and look at your block. That's not really going to work. Not going to crisscross very well. So we're going to leave it.
Yeah, you don't want to crowd this.
No, we don't want to crowd the sentiment. I was just wanting to see how that might work, but it did not. Okay, what my thought was to get, I'm going to see if I have a, I think I took my Wink of Stella for class too. Let's, it is hard to set up in two different rooms here. Okay, I'm going to do a, well, I was going to splatter with it. Let me see. I'll do that. Oh, mine's in there. I hate to use yours, but okay, we're going to take some, we'll just do some water in here. I could use a water painter. Let's see how this works with the Wink Stella brush. I may need the water painter brush.
This is too big.
Nope, that'll be great. Yeah, I think I'm going to do with just water. I've lost my cap. There it is. Okay. See if I can do that without getting it. If you would get that glue off of there, if you would. I'm going to use water painter. Jan happened to have hers in her little handy dandy thing in here, so that helps a lot. We're going to kind of make a few little splatters with the different colors. And I'm just going to protect my desk with a big old, whoops, dadgummit. Okay. I usually have a splatter box, but of course I didn't think about this until I made that little mess there. It's kind of hard to get that dark enough to see.
Well, you want it subtle.
Yeah. Whoop, there we go. Okay, we're going to have splatters and stripes and everything else on here. Okay. Now we've got the three main colors. We're going to leave it at that. And y'all can play and try that if you want. I wanted to try it up here, but I should have done it before I put my other stuff on. So we're not going to ruin anything else. We will move on to our next card. What do y'all think of this one? Do y'all like the cupcakes? Isn't that cute? Comes with the 3 different cupcakes in that kit. I think that's fun. Fun and festive. Make a wish. Okay. We're ready for our card number 12. And we're going to use this. Let's see how to block with that. Is that clean block?
Yeah.
Awesome. And we are going to have something like this. We're going to decide if we want, we've really been using the Dashing Designs texture folder. So I think we could use that on this peach background. But first I'm going to go ahead and stamp the Wishing You All the Happiness in the World from the stamp Translucent Floral stamp set, I believe, is the one that came from. Wishing You All the Happiness in the World. And that was a carryover set. We've had it for a couple of years. It was in the annual catalog last year, I believe, or it might have been in the holiday one. Translucent Floral. So I'm using this, and I use this Happy Birthday on a lot of cards also. This is number 162243 for the stamp set, but there are coordinating dies also. So I haven't used this stamp in a while. I'm going to make sure I've kind of got that on straight. I think I do. We're going to try this on here. Kind of evenly spaced at the bottom. I'm going to kind of do an angular placement. I couldn't think of the word. Angular placement of my flowers. And we could, let's see. I'm kind of thinking we could splatter a little bit of that on here. Just we need some kind of texture on here. So that could be Wink of Stella, or it could be the blue. What do we want to try, Jan? Do we think we want to try some of the blueberry splatters?
Yes.
Or just a plain little block? Or that'll work. And all you do to get some colored splatters is get you some color on a block, or this is the way I try to do it. And we'll try to clean up our work area here just a bit. And usually in class, I actually have a little splatter box that I use, and so you don't get stuff all over your work surface, but hopefully this will take care of it for me. So you get push on the sides of your water painter where it says push. Get it good and wet. And then we're going to try a little splatter. Let me get my little foam folder. Well, this will work right here. So we have a little background there, because you can't texturize the blue if you're going to stamp on it. So this is one way to get a little texture. We'll see how we like that. If we don't, we'll just flip it over and leave it with just the greeting on the back. I mean, on the front. Okay, we've got that done. Now we're going to texture. We'll move this out of the way, and we'll see if we like this Dashing Designs. And then I'm going to use Best Wishes on the inside when we get ready to do that. And that way, with Wishing You All the Happiness in the World and Best Wishes on the inside, that could be a birthday card. It could be a wedding card, an anniversary card. It'll be very flexible. Let's see if we like, well, I did it on the wrong one, didn't I? Nope, I didn't. That's going to be on the sides. Yeah, I think that's going to work. we'll just kind of continue our little theme there of the dashing designs. And we will bring this up just because this is something a little different. We're breaking the rules here and turning it sideways. You really should always put your folder in with it hinged first, but since I don't have another layer on the front, we are going to put it in this way, and it is a 3D folder, so we're going to use the 3D embossing plate, which is the number 4. We'll use it on top. Sorry about the shake. All right, and this dashing details, I don't have my folder labeled yet. Dashing designs is what this folder is, and it's number 163483. If y'all are interested in that, we've done several of the cards with that. Okay, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that texture. I love that we have the texture emboss machine. I love embossing with heat, and I love the texture embossing also. Jan, could you make it cooler in here, please? I'm about to die. My husband, if Steve's here, no, in the back by the utility. If my husband's here, he can help. Okay. We're going to, yeah, I like the little blue shaky shake texture in the background. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And it's a simple card. Just make sure when you're gluing cardstock to a textured piece that you really get plenty of glue, because it definitely takes more on a textured surface. And there's just a little bit of the texture showing on each side, but then the recipient will really enjoy seeing all the lovely texture inside also. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get our inside stamped. And we're going to use the Best Wishes from the With You in Mind set. 164747 is that number. And even though we've got just block lettering on the outside, we have some block here also on the inside that kind of ties that in with the mixed fonts. I think that works well. I'm going to get that little bit of blue out of there. And this is a portrait style card, so we're just going to use the Best Wishes here. And then if you have some extra paper, I think we've got some little scraps that are left from, not enough. Okay, I'm going to use one little bit of this on the inside right down here. I think would be really pretty. We'll just cut that. If with the trimmer, let's do a 3/4 inch strip, 3/4 by 4 on that. And then I may take the water painter that we were using. We're going to try that again with, let's see, that is still very blue. Hold on. It's hard to plan all these in advance if you don't have samples to play with. You're kind of doing it all in your head. And I'm out of water. We'll just, if you run out of water with your water painter, you can always just get a little cup of water, and that will work. Thank you, ma'am. I'm going to do the peach color on the inside, peach pie. Just need a little blank empty block for that. Oh, that'll be clean. Just get you a good, if it's a lighter color, you'll need more of it. And then just squeeze. Whoop, can't squeeze. I'm doing out of here. Okay, we're going to get peach and do a little bit of our splatter. I'm going to have to do some major cleanup after this. See if that's dark enough. Doesn't seem to be quite dark enough. Okay, we're going to get really saturated. And don't put your block back on your ink pad with it that wet, because you don't want that soaking into your ink pad. You want to just use a refill on your ink pad. Peach is just hard to see, but hopefully they'll get the gist of it. That's kind of the same, using the same pattern, the same texture that we used on the front, just opposite color. I think that'll work. Okay. And then if you know ahead of time that you're going to do the little sprinkle, then you can do the sprinkle first. That's what I would recommend. And then typing the greeting on top, or stamping the greeting, not typing it. Now that little strip makes a pretty little addition, don't you think, for the inside? It's a good thing I have somebody here helping with cleanup. I'm making a mess today. All righty, we're going to get this on the inside. Look how that little strip brightens everything up. Isn't that pretty? And picks up the peach color there. And you get the texture. Hi, Deborah. I'm glad you liked the card. Hope you'll stay tuned. We're going to do some other videos too. And then all we need to do is pop this up and we'll figure out what gold ribbon we want. And if we want some gold embellishments, or if we want more party dots, we can do either one. What have you been up to today, Deborah? I'm glad you tuned in. Are you on? I'm assuming you're on YouTube. Yeah, Jen, Jen came up on Facebook, so I'm glad it's showing up on both. That's great. That's the plan, at least. Okay, we're just going to lay that lightly there right now until we decide if we want a gold mesh bow. We've got a couple of choices here. We have the beautiful gold twisted thread. That is an option that we can add there with that little bow. But the gold is also the gold does show below that or underneath that. Or we can have an individual looped gold bow. We could wrap it around. We could just kind of cover up that little bit of gold and put the mesh. That's kind of fun. What do y'all think? Can you see that there? If I actually take the mesh, let's see if I can take this. If I didn't put yeah, I left that open. Let's see if we wrap it here and actually tie a piece on. That would kind of hide that little bit right there, and It would still show a little, but it wouldn't look like I'm trying to cover up that bow, hopefully. If we have a little extra thread here, see what I mean? Let's see how this does. And then we'll see what dots we want to add. That's a little bit bigger. We haven't really used much of this. This is the gold open weave mesh that comes with this suite. The other gold twisted thread that I showed you a minute ago actually comes with the online exclusive with the Valentine set, the Marbled Elegance set. But they both work really well with the Wildflower birthday suite, I think. Is that too big? Does that cover up too much of our sentiment? Or we can make it just a little smaller. I said, you have to hold the middle of the knot to get it smaller. What do y'all think? You like the bow, Deborah? A little bit smaller? Smaller tail? Then we'll add some dots. We'll see if we want gold dots. This gold is not exactly that gold. That's a really big dot. Which these are easy to change. I could put one in one of these flowers. And then a little one either up top. I think my putty's about gone here. Oops, sticking to my desk. You could put a gold in each of the flower centers there. Put one up here. What do y'all think of that?
I like it.
Then if we use a little wink of Stella, which I would really use on pretty much all of these, I just didn't think of it in time. Let's see what we think of that. I think that'll be, ooh, Jan's got a new wink of Stella. That really comes out of there. That's pretty. There we go. Just get the main flowers, just little bits of them. You don't want to coat the whole thing because we just want some highlights. Could do the center there of that one. What do y'all think? I think that's pretty. Yep. Oh, nice. I like it. Best wishes. So that'll work for birthday or wedding or anniversary, whatever you want to make it work for. Okay, so we've got these two cards finished. Oops, didn't really center those very well. We will move this over, and if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to help, or comments. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and schedule another video so y'all come back and watch that one. This is cards 11 and 12 out of my Create with Kelly collection from the Stampin' Up! Wildflower Birthday Suite. So thanks for tuning in, and please share with your crafty friends. Fun times ahead. Bye-bye.